Hey guys, it's NFEast here. Yeah, I've had a long week, so I'm gonna finish this week off with another video. And since my editing software for my KStudio stills isn't cooperating, I'm just gonna do an updated deck profile of my aliens, I guess. So my aliens are no longer, I guess, called aliens, but I'm calling it Gol'Gar Turbo. I'll show you the main combo of the deck, but I'm going to first run through it. So, as you know, 3 Gol'Gar, Cosmic Fortress, Gol'Gar, that is. This card is really good. Level 5, 2600 attack. This card is amazing. Once per turn, I can return face-up spell or trap card to the hand, and I can distribute A counters for each one, and then once per turn I can remove 2 A counters on the field and to destroy 1 card. This card is really good. So on to the main deck. 3 Alien Ammonite when he's normal summon, special summon alien, level 4 or lower, and being a tuner I can easily synchro into Gol'Gar. So that's basically the main tuner, the only tuner of the deck. 3 Alien Kid. When a monster is special summoned, my opponent special summons a monster while he's on the field, they gain an A counter, which is pretty good. Also being level 4 and 1600 attack, it's pretty good. And when he battles a monster with an A counter, that monster loses 300 attack for each A counter on it. 2 Alien Warriors. This is the beater, I guess, besides Alien Shock Trooper, but Shock Trooper isn't good. So, Alien Warrior, 1800 beater, 4-star, another 4-star target for Ammonite. When he's destroyed by battle, the monster that destroyed him by battle gains 2 A counters. And when he battles a monster with A counters, they lose 300 attack for each one, just like most of them. William Telepath. I can remove 1 A counter once per turn from an opponent's monster and destroy a back row. And like all the other aliens, when battles a monster with A counters, So 1600 level 4, another target for Ammonite. 2 Alien Dog. This card is really good. Unfortunately, running 3, it kind of becomes dead. You know, you gotta wait for another monster to summon. But you don't have to, but it's preferred. But yeah, when I normal summon an alien, I can special summon him from my hand, and when I do that, I can place 2 K counters on my opponent's monsters. It's pretty good. 2 Alien Gray. Aliens have basically no drop power, and this is the only card that creates drop power. So when he's flipped, I place an A counter on my opponent's monsters, 1 each, and when this is flipped, after this has been flipped and is destroyed by battle, I can draw 1 card. So that's the only draw power. 2 Alien Overlord. This card is amazing. I can move 2 A counters on the field to special summon him. 2200 attack, and once per turn I can place 1 A counter on each card or face up monster my opponent controls, which is really good. Can generate a lot of A counters. So, also when he battles monsters with A counters, they lose attack for each one. And the final monster, Ashelion. When Ashelion is on the field, when he's in attack position, he's the only target he can be attacked. He's the only attack target your opponent can choose. And when he is destroyed in battle, I can search a reptile with a 500 attack or less. So that's going to be Ammonite or Gray if I really need to take Gray. Under the spells, the main card of the deck, Code Ancient Ruins. This card is amazing. Each time an alien is destroyed, I place an A counter on this card, and once per turn I can remove 2 A counters on the field to special summon 1 alien from my graveyard. So it's really good with Gol'Gar. 2 Gold Sarcophagus. To start off my big combo, I gotta have Ammonites, or I have to have Code A, so I will usually search for Code A or Ammonite. those are probably the two. Those are pretty much the only two I do search for. Continuous spells, so I can bounce them back to my hand with Gol'Gar, 2 Burden of the Mighty. This card is really good. My opponent's monsters lose 100 attack for their each for their level. 2 Solidarity. I only run reptiles, so all my reptiles will gain 800 attack. Swords of Light, another continuous spell card. Target for Gol'Gar to return. And then just staples, MST, Giant Trunade, Monster Born, and Dark Hole. Finally, on to the traps. Planet Pollutant Virus. This card is really good. Tribute an Alien. Destroy all monsters without 8 counters, and then for the next 3 turns, or until the opponent's next or third standby phase or end phase, after activation, all monsters they summon gain an 8 counter. So this card can also generate a lot of counters. Not to mention destroying a lot of cards too. Operating Snake Deity. This is my Icarus attack. Destroy 1 reptile I control and 2 cards my opponent controls. Not quite as good, being that it can be easily, if it loses a target, it kind of its effect goes away. It disappears, so nothing happens. But if it is negated, I don't lose a monster. So. And if I have Code A, I also get an 8 counter for onto Code A because it destroys an alien. 2 Beckoning Light. Discard my hand. Add light monsters. Same number I discarded, so it's usually going to be Ammonite or Alien Kid. 2 Traps done. Stop those pesky trap cards from stopping my combo and stuff. And finally, Call the Haunted, which is another target, and for Gol'Gar to return, so I can recycle it after synchroing. If I return an Ammonite or another target I can synchro with. So it's really good. Now for the main combo, I'm going to, obviously you'd have 1 Alien Engrave. You usually want 1 Ammonite, and 2 Code A's, and maybe 1 Solidarity. But basically, you'll have these in hand. You will play your 3 Code A Ancient Ruins, or 2 rather, and Solidarity. When you have these on the field, I can summon Ammonite. Say Ammonite is special summoned. I can, or normal summon, I can special summon to Telepath, Synchro Summon into Gol'Gar. Now that I have Gol'Gar, I can use this effect to bump all 3 of these cards. Actually, I probably need another one in best case scenario, so I'd have maybe another, not another, but Burden of the Mighty. So I'd have 4 is best case scenario, but the general combo. So you'd have 4, bump these all back to your hand. That's 4 counters he's generated, so 4 counters on my opponent's monsters. I then play these back again. Code A1, remove 2 from Gol'Gar, special summon Ammonite. Remove 2 from Code A2, special summon Telepath. Synchro. Gol'Gar number 2, bump all back to hand. Play again. That's 4 counters generated once again. Get my Ammonite and Telepath back. Synchro again for Gol'Gar. Bump all these back to hand. I get 4 more A counters. And with that, I can now destroy 2 cards on the field because I have generated 4. So that's the best case scenario, but I usually do have plenty of 8 counters on the field. So that's the main combo. That's my main strategies to kind of go off with and get 3 Gol'Gar. I'll get between 2 and 1 off. Usually, it's really good, and it's really hard to come back from that when you get 3 2600 attack monsters. So it's a pretty fun deck. It's definitely not as consistent when it's more of an OTK. It's really aggressive. So when it's negated or stopped, it really slows down. But those are aliens. So hope you like the deck. Gol'Gar is, I don't want to say broken, but he's amazing. So something to think. I really like this deck now. I've changed it. It's gotten a lot better since I did change it. But Thanks anyway.